Hey, it's me.
What is up, guys? Ashton here, and we are back. Today, we are actually going to be going over my best chase ever. Uh, a year ago today, actually, October 10th, this was the tornado outbreak. Really rare tornado outbreak happened super late in the year. Uh, uh, Severe weather is happening within the next week or so around here, hopefully, again. And maybe we'll see some more late in the year action. But yeah, tonight I'm actually going to go out chasing, hopefully get some nice lightning and thunderstorms. Nothing severe, probably, but you never know. But hopefully we'll definitely see some cool storms tonight. But anyways, yeah, this I just can't believe it's been a year ago. This is my best chase ever. Saw a bunch of tornadoes, gigantic hail, incredible lightning and structure, and yeah, it was absolutely insane. But sorry if I sound congested right now. I am a little congested. Weather's finally cooling down here. It was about 90 degrees on Friday, and it dropped off into the 60s and raining. So yeah, excuse me. But I'm gonna be eating here, so just don't mind me. I'll be intermittently going in and out, talking about what's going on in the video. I'll probably commentate throughout the whole video. Actually, my food can wait. This is weather's more important. All right, here we go. So right here, National Weather Service actually issued a moderate risk. I thought it was going to be a high risk, but because it happened much later in the day than we thought it would, that's why I only got a moderate risk. Because if it happened during like the afternoon, that would definitely have put it at a high risk because of how much it was. About 90 degrees that day, believe it or not. It was really warm, and the winds, the LLJ was just cranking, absolutely cranking. We had like 55, 60 knots. It was absolutely crazy, and we had about 5,000, almost 6,000 cape. I'm not kidding. It was just an absolute explosive day for severe weather across Oklahoma. And man, it was just absolutely crazy. Dew points were also, we were in, I think, around 72, 73 dew point. And then right along this boundary, right around here, you were seeing around like high 30s, low 40 dew points, which just absolutely was a telltale sign that this is going to be a big day for severe weather. And yes, it was indeed a crazy day. But the only thing that was really lacking for this thing was just enough energy at night to just make it produce tornado after tornado after tornado. Well, okay. Let me step back. It did produce tornado after tornado after tornado, but it it could have been a whole lot worse had the ingredients been still present at the time it happened, because it was around 7 5 5 o'clock is when the supercell started to really get cranking out near Lawton and stuff. Um, but it wasn't until around 7 o'clock to when the storms actually really started getting their strength together, which is it was right up before sun. That was literally right as the sun was setting. So that's probably why it wasn't producing really long track tornadoes like it could have done. But be thankful it didn't. But it would have been cool to see some really nice photogenic tornadoes. This thing was photogenic no matter what. But it as soon as it really crossed over towards like Chickasha and stuff, there was just really one dominant supercell. There was a few others, but the one dominant supercell was the one that formed near Lawton, and it just kept going and dropping tornadoes after tornadoes. This supercell was just a beast, absolute monster. The first warning came super early. It was already producing around like almost golf ball plus sized hail, and it was just on its way, and there was nothing stopping this thing. But thankfully, this thing did not produce long track violent tornadoes like it was supposed to do. That's what they were predicting. They were predicting long track violent tornadoes that day. But Oklahoma hasn't been doing that lately, so yeah. So let me take a bite of this taquito real quick. And yeah, but the only thing that was wrong is just the sun went down. If the sun was still up while this thing was going, it would have been really bad news. So let's keep going here. Yeah, this was what was crazy to think, that there was a 15% significant hatch risk area for EF2 or stronger tornadoes within a given radius, which is absolutely insane to me. And we were literally we're right here. Norman's right around here. And you can just see that this thing goes all the way up till around Tulsa. Up here, Stillwater, OKC would be just around here on the line probably. Then you got Lawton. Lawton would be probably right around here. And then you got McAllister's down here. Tecumseh's out here. And then you got like Paul's Valley and stuff down here. And Edmonds up here. So, yeah. Most of central Oklahoma was under the risk, which is pretty much the entire population of Oklahoma besides, Enid up here and Elk City, and then a few Ponca City, a few other larger cities that are up in Oklahoma, but most of the population was right in this area. But I really could not believe that we were under the risk for EF2 or stronger with a 50% significant hatch risk. That was just unbelievable to me, because that's when the mind really starts cranking. You're like, is this gonna happen here? Because we know that we know where it's gonna happen, like in the area, but we know exactly where and exactly when. So the mind was really racing then, whether if we were gonna get it, if more was gonna get it. I was really worried about more, but you'll see what happens. So let's just keep going. And also there was a what was it was either a 45 or I don't know. The wind risk was pretty high. It was in the really significant wind percentages, and also the hail was, I think hail was 30% hatched or higher, something significantly. They were calling for softball plus sized hail. And also 80 plus mile an hour winds. So let's keep going. And tornado watch was actually issued around, I think it was around 3 o'clock that afternoon. Because as you can see, this is the convection that was out here. This was really interfering. Well, so we thought it was interfering with all the available energy out in the panhandle, but little did we know, this this absolutely meant nothing. You'll see right down here, these storms right down here, but you look at this. Look at this huge blob of convection. All these down here, these are what spawned all the supercells and tornadoes. But you'd think that all this convection would be tapping into the available energy in the Cape, but no, it did not. So the tornado watch was issued till 10 p.m. I think it got extended to 1 a.m. just because there were a few storms in the backside that were firing up, but those storms, I believe, didn't actually do anything. So, yeah. And here it was. This is the first severe storm, warned storm. This was down south of Amarillo, just in between Lubbock on the, shoot, what freeway is that right there? Dang, hold on. Sorry, I gotta look up what freeway that is. It's on the top of my head. I think it's what is that, the 20-something? I think it's 20-something right there. Yeah, the 27. That's I-27 right there. This storm was producing large hail, I believe. I meant to say before, the Lawton storm, that was like the first storm that was tornado warned, not severe thunderstorm. This was the first one of the day. So yeah, let's go. And this is what it was. It's saying that some of the radars were actually indicating up to 5.7-inch hail. Can you don't understand how big of hail that is. That's like the size of my hand. That's massive hail. Absolutely massive. I don't know if I have a ball in my room or something. This golf ball, like, this is my golf ball piggy bank thing. This thing is about a softball. This thing's about a softball. So we're talking a little bit bigger than this, which is crazy. But I don't think anyone ever saw that hail. This is just a radar estimate. But there was some monster hail that night, and this was actually down towards Friendship. Yeah, there you go. There's that first tornado warning down here by Lawton. And this is where we really knew that it was coming, and it was coming quick. These storms were moving 40, 50 miles an hour. They were fast movers, let me tell you that. And yeah, you can definitely see it right here. That's where the hook is on this thing. And it was heading basically in line for Norman in the metro. Anywhere in between, like Moore here, down towards Noble. You can see it's just projecting right where it's going. So let's keep going. And you could just see how much lightning was happening. Cloud to ground. This is cloud to ground only. But the cloud lightning in these things, man, insanely electric storms. And you can see that it was sunny. Yeah, you see all these, like, small cumulus stratus clouds and stuff. And you can see some of the upper cirrus level clouds in the atmosphere. But on the horizon, you could just see the supercells shelf cloud. You can't really see the towers yet in this picture, but they are out there. They're just blocked out by all these clouds. But you could just see right here the shelf cloud of this monster supercell forming right there. And the sun was out. Sun is out is the worst possible sign that something bad could happen with severe weather, because that gives you all the available energy there to get heating, enough cape in the air. It'll give you a whole heck of a lot more instability, all the good stuff, all the nader juice, as we like to call it. And that's exactly what happened. But you'll see, probably 5-10 minutes after I took this picture, you'll see what I see.
In just the few minutes, it's already gotten way closer. This thing is moving real quick. What is it, guys? Ash here, and we are coming to you live in front of a massive mothership of a supercell. This thing is absolutely enormous. Look at this supercell, guys. Oh my gosh. And look into this thing.
Yeah. So you weren't seeing like individual towers out of this thing, because this thing was so massive that it was a collection of towers. It wasn't a line of supercells. It was just one gigantic supercell that had tons and tons of towers all coming together and forming this just entire mothership of just an unbelievable massive supercell. You can see that the tops of this thing were pushing 50,000 feet, and winds at the time. This was about right around 6 o'clock. Winds here in Norman were about, I'd say, like 20 miles an hour. Nothing absolutely crazy, but it was enough to, you know, feel that this thing could be a problem for us.
Look at just the mammothous clouds up in there.
Mammothous clouds.
The tornado is going to be...
It looked like fish scales. There were just so many, and it was like this, just like one section. You know how you have, whenever you get like a fillet of salmon that still has the skin on it, it almost looked like that, because it was just lining the whole entire the updrafts into the echo tops of the supercell. It just looked like a salmon skin.
Be right crazy. There if there's a tornado. If the tornado's still on the ground, which it is.
Yeah, so the tornado right there, it was this thing was warned for a tornado on the ground. There was actually a pretty big tornado back there, and it actually had a satellite tornado on it, believe it or not. And you'll hear that
tornado right there around that area on the ground. Large damaging tornado with confirmed satellite tornadoes wrapping around it, moving directly at me at 40 miles an hour. And look at this inflow. This is insane right now. We are going in. We are gonna...
At this point, I knew it, and this was it. And we were going in, and there's nothing we can do to stop Mother Nature. God wanted me to see this thing, and man, did he want me to see it, because... I'm just still so in shock that this happened, and it was my first genuine, like, actual intense storm chase in Oklahoma.
Gonna go in. It is moving directly at us. We are gonna be under tornado warning probably here. If there is still on the ground in the next 15 to 20 minutes, we'll be...
Okay. You know, because I was so in the moment that night that a lot of the stuff I said was very over the top. But then again, some of it wasn't, actually, because some of it was pretty true. I should have said the next hour and 20 minutes. But I was just being precautionary, because I thought this thing really was coming at us that quickly. And because it was going to keep dropping tornadoes, I figured. So I was figuring the National Weather Center, I go to the National Weather Center soon. But I was figuring the National Weather Service was going to issue precautionary tornado warnings in case this thing did drop multiple tornadoes and kept going. So, yeah.
Under a tornado warning. And I just got that for you guys. All right.
That first cloud to ground that I saw... That really just sparked it for me, and that was the telltale sign for me that this was going to be a different storm. This is going to be a storm that I had never experienced before, unlike any storm I've ever seen. Yeah, I've seen haboobs out in Arizona. Yeah, I've seen, you know, some severe thunderstorms out in California. But this thing is like nothing I ever seen.
Shoot, dude, we gotta get down. This is it. This is it, people.
This is where I realized this was gonna be it.
This is
there
gonna be
it is.
it.
There's my legendary Dominator 1 bike, what I called it. That thing lasted me about 6 months before the axle broke on that thing. Good memories with that bike.
Right here. This is it. We're going into it. We gotta get down. There is monster lightning.
Okay, I was being a little irrational here. Like, I didn't have to get down right then, because this storm was still ways off.
All right, we gotta get down. Get down.
But But yeah, you can see right here. That is a super well-defined hook. At this time, I didn't have Radar Omega yet. I didn't know it existed because I didn't watch Ryan until Mayfield happened. But you can see it right there. That's the tornado right there. Excuse me. And then there was actually, I believe, a satellite tornado somewhere, either right here or somewhere around here. There was a satellite tornado. And yeah, look at that. Confirmed tornado was near Cooperton. Damaging tornado in 3-inch hail. That, my friends, is monster hail. And this is actually from my friend Levi. He shout out to him for some of these pictures I got. You can see right here, this is the rain wrap supercell. It was just a beast. Dark, mean machine. HP supercell. You can see right here, this is the hail core. It got that bluish tint to it. But he was trying to get out of that thing because it was coming right at him. And because there was a rain wrap tornado back in there, he had no idea where it was, so that's why he wanted to get the heck out. And you could just see how dark this thing got. Insanely dark storm. And coming across the western Oklahoma. Western Oklahoma super flat. You got really no hills out there. Not very good road options, but just seeing this roll across the western Oklahoma plain, it's just unreal to see that. Yeah, this is my zoomed out picture. Zoomed out, I couldn't even get the whole thing in frame because this thing was so massive. You can just see, you can see right here, like the fish scale mammotus clouds that I saw. And then right around here, that's where the mesocyclone would be. It's just so far back there and in all the rain and stuff that you couldn't even see it yet. And you could also see a few more supercells forming down there. Yep. There you go, fish scale mammotus clouds. And you can see, this is when I was on top of the stadium parking garage. This is when it got this is when it was like the outskirts of the storm was right on top of us. So you'll see the lightning. You'll just see the amount of lightning really ramp up because this storm intensified right before it got into Cleveland County over by Chickasha.
I'm seeing something in there with the lightning. I'm seeing, are you guys seeing what I'm seeing? I'm seeing shadows of something. I'm starting to see. Yeah, back there, lightning, the cloud to ground was really ramping up. And you could, in the background above these lights out here, you really could start seeing like structure and shadows of scud, a wall cloud back there. And you'll see what happens. See it right in there, right? You see in between those two lights on the left? I'm seeing something right there. I'm not sure, but might be my eyes playing tricks because I want to see a tornado. But then again, it might be it.
Yeah, like I said, I was really overly excited for that night, and I was like, my eyes might be playing tricks on me. I don't think they were.
It looks like a left leading edge of it, or something. There's a wall cloud, for sure. Could this be it? Oh, it's getting, look how hazy it's getting.
You can see all the radio towers, cell towers out in the background, the blinking lights on them. You could just see like the haze and rain coming out because it was pretty dry out in western Oklahoma at this time, and a lot of dust was getting kicked up by all the surging fronts in this thing. But then again, the rain was just the precipitation in this thing was so heavy that it just overcame those lights, and you could just see them just being swallowed up as if they were just being eaten by the storm.
Towers. Show yourself, you dang beast. Whoa! It's looking look north towards OKC. It's really green. Come on, tornado, show yourself. Oh. Wow. It could recycle, you never know.
At this point, the storm started to recycle, and like I said, this is where the lightning is really going to ramp up, and this is when it's going to strengthen to its peak intensity.
It might recycle. Whoa! The local weather station saying possible explosive development over Norman.
Yeah, at this point, they were saying on, I can't remember which one it was, because it was either KFOR, Channel 9, or KOCO5. I don't know which one it was. They were saying there was going to be some explosive development over Norman. That's when we really were like, oh shoot, could we have a tornado that drops right on our head?
Oh my, I missed that. I think it's trying to gain its strength again, to be honest. Whoa!
Just look how bright this thing is. Insane.
Whoa!
Just insane amount of lightning in this thing.
The lightning.
That was a bright lightning bolt. Look at that.
Oh my gosh. Come on, tornado warning. Come on, go tornado warning, Storm. I hear the siren.
It was tornado warning. I wanted to go tornado warning for here. And just look at that. Beautiful, beautiful lightning exposing the whole structure of the storm.
This thing.
You can see all these inflow, this inflow just going straight into the storm's updraft. You can see these straight clouds, just above the surface. The winds were really, really cranking. Around this time, the winds really picked up. We were like at almost 30-mile-an-hour winds. And you just see all these like little streaming clouds going into the updraft and base of the storm.
I've never seen this much lightning in my life.
Yeah, no, I had not seen this much lightning in my life. The only other time I've seen that much lightning was probably down in Arizona, but it was probably 10 times as much as this. Like when you first see an Oklahoma storm, you're like, this is a storm I've never seen in my life. It's just absolutely mesmerizing how powerful these storms are.
Get down.
You see, my camera, my hands were really shaky because of how much energy and adrenaline I had. So that's why I didn't get as good of footage as I could have had, and I didn't have my GoPro at this time. I didn't get my GoPro till last year for Christmas. So like 2.5 months after this, I got my GoPro. And that's when I really got some good footage. But right then, I had really shaky hands, and I only had my phone. So you know how phone quality is when it's shaky and dark. But I did what I could. I got the best footage that I possibly could for you guys. And man, it did turn out great though still. Just look at the lightning in this thing. Yeah, and you can start seeing the base of the storm finally.
Oh, there's something.
Just how rain-wrapped this storm is. HP monster of a supercell.
Oh, here we go.
Amazing, amazing spider lightning.
This is going crazy. I keep seeing the.
This is where we started seeing. This is where we started seeing stuff.
Yeah. For this left one, I'm still seeing.
This is where you're gonna start seeing all the shadows.
Oh my goodness.
And it got super dark really quick after this. But then again, it was really bright because of the lightning.
It's definitely not my...
Yeah, and this is the point I realized my eyes were not playing tricks on me. I was seeing actual tornadoes.
It might be on the ground still. It could be just a cycling tornado.
Yep, it was. At this point, I think this tornado had dropped about 3 or 4 tornadoes so far, and it was on its 5th and 6th one right now. This storm ended up producing about, I believe, 11 or 14 tornadoes. I'm not sure how many exactly this one supercell produced, but it was a lot, and it just kept going until it was out in eastern Oklahoma.
There is so much lightning. Oh!
Yeah, look at that. Incredible. This thing just went all the way. Look at that. Crazy. It goes all the way up, and it has a bunch of, crawlers happening up here. And you can start seeing right around this area. This is where Blanchard out there and Chickasha
it
is.
recycled. Yep. There's a big... The tornado could be potentially right there. No, I haven't seen damage.
At this point, we didn't see any damage yet because it was still out in super rural Oklahoma. Nothing really out there besides a bunch of, land, and I don't think and probably a couple like ranches, but nothing like significant yet. But you'll see behind this lightning bolt, there is going to be something that just was insane.
For damage. Oh! I might have seen it. I might have seen it.
This is where I saw it for the first time. You'll see.
It was a cone. If I saw it, oh, you see it? That might be it. That might be it. You see it right there. You don't see it? Wait for it.
I was the first one to actually see it. I don't know what it is with my eyesight, but yeah, I have glasses, but man, I see things before anyone else does. It's just incredible. Not trying to brag, but I mean, I kind of did see the tornado first.
Wait for it.
And this kind of was like this was actually my first tornado.
I'm seeing something.
Actually, first 2 tornadoes because they were twins. You'll see it right there. There it is. That right there, you see that? That is the satellite tornado forming. And then back here behind these 2 yellow lights is a monster.
I'm zooming in. I can't, even though the zoom sucks on my phone.
Yep, there it is. You can see it. You'll see it right there. Yep, you see those. It was starting to form right there.
Oh, you see it? Oh, there might be a wedge.
And at that point, when I saw that left edge of the main tornado, I was like, that's a freaking wedge tornado.
There might be
and yes, indeed, it was a wedge. But it was a well, obviously, usually wedge tornadoes can be strong, but, the enhanced Fujita scale is based off damage, not size or shape. But this tornado, I don't think this tornado is even rated. It is either EF1 or I don't think it was even rated. I think it was EF0. But either way, we saw a wedge, and then you can see the satellite cone tornado, and then you see the left leading edge of the tornado right there, the main tornado, back in the rain. It was halfway rain wrapped. You see the rain curtain right here. It was blocking off the view of the main circulation of this tornado, but you still could see about half of the tornado.
Are you seeing that? Do you see that whole left?
Like, I wasn't even caring about the satellite tornado that was forming, which was much more visible. I was so much focused on the wedge tornado because, it's so much more exciting to see a wedge tornado than seeing, a baby tornado.
Holy moly!
And you can see where, you know where I get my energy from. Time and time again, I've been addicted to the weather since I was 3. I watched Storm Chasers back then. I watched every stinking episode of it, and I was like, this is what I want to do. I want to go to OU like Reed, and this is the only school I applied for, and I got in, and the rest is history. I'm doing what I love to do. This is what I live for. But yeah, look at that. You could see this is where the rain curtain actually split, and this is the mesocyclone up here, but you could see about the wedge tornadoes right around in here. But that whole blob we thought was the entire wedge tornado, but I think it was only about to like right here. But we didn't know, because this thing was an HP monster of a supercell. Rain wrapped this whole thing, and you can just see the scud. This rotation right here, trying to drop that satellite tornado. But this would end up becoming the tornado that actually came into Norman, and then this tornado would die out right before it got in. Thankfully.
There might be a wedge. Are you seeing that left side? Oh. I'm seeing what I think I see. Come on, lightning, show us. Do you? I see that whole thing right there. I'm seeing something massive.
There it is. You can just see it right. Hold up. Come on. Oh, oops. Why is it doing that to me?
There it is. There it is. Oh, are you seeing it?
Why is it doing this?
There it
Hold
is.
on. Sorry. Technical difficulties at the moment. I'm trying to figure it out.
Oh, that's a wedge. You see it? You see it? There's a wedge. That's a wedge. There, that's a tornado. That has to be a tornado.
And yes, indeed, it was.
That was the most well-defined thing I've seen.
A tornado back there. At this point, this is where it was dying. Then this thing, yeah, you can see it right there after lightning hits. There it is, right there. You can see the monster satellite tornado starting to form. Yeah, right there. Let me go back just 1 second. Come on. See if I can get it. There you go, right there.
Answer, if you look on your radar app, that glow right there on the right hand.
Ooh. Trying to get it for you guys. Yeah, this is where we called it in, because we were like, this thing's coming, and it's coming quick. It was Channel 9 news. As like I said, adrenaline was rushing. I was just, my mind was racing at 1,000,000 miles an hour. And they relayed this to Channel 9 News, but they actually had a storm chaser underneath this thing when it started to recycle again. There you go. There it is, right there. Hold up, what second? All right, 41. Let's go right there. Yeah, you can see that's the tornado right there, and then you can see the left edge starting to lift of this thing, and that's when it died out.
Cone funnel. Yeah, look, it's right there. There's a big cone. Oh, yeah. You see it?
That's where it lifted. So that was tornado 5 and 6. This is the 7th tornado right here.
I am seeing it.
And this is when it was recycling, and that's when they had the storm chaser underneath it. Look at that. Yeah, I thought it was still back there, but this was a little while after this happened when I reviewed my footage again. This is when it was like, some of the things I saw were not really what I saw.
I am very. Oh.
Yep, that was insane.
Oh, there might be another one even embedded back in there.
Yeah, it's behind Dale Hall right there.
A couple tornadoes possible.
There was a little bit more rotation. There was almost another tornado forming.
Oh.
Well, yeah, look at that. Yeah, forget that. All you can see is that's the big old cone tornado right there that's on the ground. Yeah, look at that. Look at that. And you can just see, look, there's a little area of rotation. There's another one. There's another one. Behind Dale Hall, there's a couple. This whole entire mesocyclone was enormous in this storm, and it was just every little spot in this thing was trying to drop a tornado. It was so incredible.
Oh yeah! We got it!
You could just hear my excitement.
You should. Join the fan club. Oh my God. Oh yeah.
They've got it highlighted. The dude you called in has it.
Yeah. See it?
Yeah.
Yep. That's what it is. That's what I got it. It's on. Woohoo! I did it. Yeah.
Yeah, right there. He showed me exactly. It got highlighted on the news channel, and they had a guy underneath it. And at this point, people along I-35 were starting to see this thing, so they were trying to get out of the storm. This is when we had a really inflow of traffic coming off of I-35. They were trying to find shelter from this thing, and the only place they could find was literally the OU parking structures. And that's when the traffic jam happened, and I'll tell you about that pretty soon.
I called it in. I called that. Look at it. That's it right there.
Okay, forget about me saying there's a wedge tornado back there still. There wasn't. There was at one point for a little while. It's gone now. It's been gone for a couple minutes. So forget anything I say about a wedge tornado still being back there, because it's not there anymore. Yeah, this is probably my worst mistake I've ever made in a video. That is not a tornado. That is just a very, very tornado-like looking rain curtain. Because you can see it almost looks like a wedge tornado, but it's just a frickin' rain curtain. It's not a tornado. My mind was just out in space, more like out in weather, but no, that's not a tornado. That's just a rain curtain. So forget I said this. I can't edit this out. This is one of my most successful chases. I can't edit it out of the video. Can't repost this video because of its success, but forget that happened. That is not a tornado. And then you can see the little dangly bits starting to form down there. Look at that lightning. That was some cool lightning right there. Why does it keep doing this? But yeah, look at that. That is some cool lightning.
We might have another one.
Yeah, look. Yeah,
oh yeah.
You can see it.
There it is right.
It's starting to form another tornado. It's starting to form another
look
one.
Look at it. Look at it. You see it? You see it? Here it comes. There's a funnel. There's definitely a funnel.
Yeah, that was definitely a funnel.
Another one.
That is not an SLC. That is not Scud. That was a genuine funnel.
You see it? You see it right
because there was no other possible thing it could be because because of how much rotation was right there.
Look, yeah, right there. That's another one. Another big one. Holy moly! How many is this thing gonna drop?
Man, if I had Radar Omega at this time, man, I would have been so excited to see this on Radar Omega, but I didn't. So.
Woo! Yeah, let's go down. Yeah,
I was like, the lightning's getting way too close here. This is
down a level.
This is when we were gonna go down one level.
I don't know if the tornado's still.
And
in
yeah,
there.
you look, you see down there, see all the headlights and stuff in the reflection of the windows. That's all the people trying to get the heck out of here. And yeah, so it went rain wrapped, and that's when remember when I saw the mammoth tornado right now. But no, the actual tornado that we saw, that cone tornado, it's back in here. And you can see the leading edge of where it's getting rain wrapped right here. This is where it's gonna get rain wrapped. All the rain curtains swirling around the tornado.
Gonna do to your car? Yeah.
That lightning bolt was probably one of the closest lightning bolts I've ever seen. That was about half a mile away from us. It was loud.
Woo! I got it.
And look at that scud forming on the new mesocyclone. No, I didn't recycle the mesocyclone. The mesocyclone was present the whole time the storm was active, but you can just see the new wall cloud forming on it.
Got it. No, that's not rain. Oh yeah, that's rain. Yep, it's raining. We might see some.
This is. This is when we were actually at that point we were in the clear slot because the storm was actually moving a little bit northeast, and then it took a easterly direction, made a more easterly right turn. That's when it became tornadic again. So the rain actually came back down a little bit, and then right before where the tornado is, right there, that's where it started raining on us, and we were going into the bear's cage.
We are gonna get some hail. We are gonna get some hail.
And at this point, it was producing baseball plus-sized hail. And then it intensified again, and that's when it started producing softballs on the north side of Normal.
I will be the sacrifice to run out and grab a hailstone, since I got the helmet.
Yeah, I was going to go run out and get a hailstone no matter what, because I wanted to see some monster hail. Well, the biggest hail I'd ever seen at that time was probably blueberry-sized. I had never seen hail as big as I would see it this night.
Helmet.
Grab the helmet. Just jump. It's just like lean. You can just lean out your hands.
Whoa! That was right there. Woo! Starting to feel the heat on them. It's.
Yeah, look at all these headlights down here. You can just see all the people trying to get in.
Yeah.
Yeah, this was on a Sunday night. I actually went golfing. This is the day after OU versus Texas. Everyone was getting back home. We're not going to talk about this year's because that never happened. But yeah, this is when everyone was getting back from OU Texas. Sunday night, I went golfing earlier that morning. It was really, really windy. You could feel the humidity rising. The humidity doesn't bother me at all, even though I'm from California where there's really no humidity. I just got used to the humidity in a couple of days when I got here. Yeah.
Did anyone else see what I thought I saw? I'm seeing something.
Where
It's right in there. To the right of the two yellow lights. To the right. Like right there. It's like directly to the right. Like in front of it. I saw it. I might have seen the tornado.
Yeah, it's rain wrap. It's rain wrap right there. This is when the rain. This is when the.
Oh boy.
The wind's really picked up.
And
you can hear it.
still a wedge.
I think it's more of a big stovepipe. Big stovepipe probably.
I thought I saw earlier.
No, it was a wedge. We saw that wedge. Look at this. Look at this wall cloud. Look at that whole thing right there. That is nasty. Woohoo! Anyone else got any other plans for the next couple hours?
Yeah, no, because we were gonna just stay up watching this until it was gone, because we were just so excited. We were not gonna go to sleep, and I don't think I even slept that night.
Oh, that's gonna be loud.
You can see it right there. That's where the rain curtain is, and right behind that is the tornado. Yeah, that lightning struck really close. Let me go
Where's
back.
the tornado sirens? Blare them. Oh, that's gonna be loud.
Heck yeah, that was loud. But I was confused why they weren't sounding the tornado sirens yet, because this thing was literally probably less than 10 miles from us. And I was like, this thing needs to go stinking tornado. It should be tornado warned for us already. So I don't know why it wasn't, but it ended up doing it like 2 minutes later.
Where's the tornado sirens? Blare them. They gotta blare them. They need to blare them. I'm not kidding. This thing could develop a tornado anytime.
Well, it had a
This
tornado.
might develop a tornado anytime, right there. Reed is on it right now.
Reed's on it.
Yeah, Reed's on it.
Reed was actually.
He says he's nocturnal chasing.
I think he was. I don't know. I don't know where he was exactly. He was somewhere around the area. I don't think he was exactly in Norman.
Oh my gosh!
He was somewhere around these storms. I thought that was a tornado alert.
I thought
but
that was
it was
an
just
alert.
a notification from someone. But you'll see.
I mean, they test them here every Saturday at noon.
Oh, yeah, I've heard that.
Yeah, but I've never heard one associated.
Yeah, I had never
with a
heard.
tornado.
They test the sirens here every
So-
Saturday at noon. But I actually had never heard a tornado siren associated with a tornado until this storm. So it was super cool to hear them.
Funny story. When I came here with my dad 2 years ago, we were at like something.
Oh, that's gonna be loud. Hold on.
Get ready.
Hold on.
Get ready.
Tornado warning!
There, this is where it was.
Here we go! Yeah! Gig, let's go! We're going! Let's go!
You can hear the tornado sirens in the background.
We're going! We're going! This is it! Woo! There's a tornado somewhere right there! Okay, let's go! Alright, we gotta get down. Yeah, let's go.
Okay.
Okay,
This is when there were so many cars inside the parking garage that they couldn't all fit. At this point, when the tornado sirens went off, this is when we all were like, we got to get down. We got to go to the basement because we got nowhere else to run. The parking garage in a tornado is one of the worst places you can be because you got wind. You're in a tunnel, like a tunnel, wind tunnel. You can have flying debris inside the parking garage, which it can accelerate the debris because you're in a wind tunnel. And then also you got no shelter anywhere, and it's just not a safe place to be. So that's when I decided, because there were so many people, they had no idea what was coming. Most of the people had no clue because they were all like just thinking it was just some really bad storm that they had to get out of. But this is when I actually was going down every stinking level of the parking structure. I went to every single car that was parked in there because there were people in there. I was like, get down, go to the basement now. There is a tornado coming right for us. And yes, it was coming right for us. I'm not kidding about that. So I had to go to every stinking car. Some people didn't come down, but most of them did because I went down all 6 levels of this parking structure, one by one car, for like 10 minutes. It took me like 10 minutes to just go to every car. I was like telling them, everyone, just to get to the basement. The basement down there is pretty small. You got a stairwell and then a door, and you got a bathroom. There's 2 elevators in there, and then there's like a hallway. But it's super small. It couldn't have fit everyone in there. But I think there was about 20-30 people down there when we were there. But there was probably a couple hundred at least in the parking garage inside the cars. But had this tornado actually stayed on the ground and was coming onto OU, it would have been bad because all these people were in their cars and they had no idea. But thankfully, the tornado didn't actually come on campus. It was just south of Lloyd Noble. But it would have been a much different scenario had I not done that and had it been a very strong tornado, because most people did not come out of their cars. But they had no clue that there was a tornado really right there. So that was a little scary moment for me, because I was like, these people need to get to the basement. They have no clue that there's a tornado right there. I think most of them were just scared about the hail, but they had no clue that there was a tornado coming right for us.
Basement, let's go to the basement. All right, everyone, let's go.
I didn't show that part because I had to make sure I was getting everyone safely down there. But yeah.
Let's go. Tornado. There is a.
At this point, everyone's freaking out now because this is actually happening. It was happening.
Say goodbye. We aren't gonna see this for a while.
All right. It's been good.
It's awesome.
Yeah, right here. You can see that hook right here. Tornado's right around here, heading right at us. But then it actually took an easterly turn. But this went. It actually took a turn. It was going more toward up this way, but then it decided it was going to turn and just went went around right about here, and then it turned and went out. And yeah, look at the rotation. This thing has so much rotation on it. There's one area rotation here, one there, one there, one there, everywhere. But the actual circulation was right around here. And yeah, we were right around here. So a little scary. And yeah, now this was actually pretty much an accurate estimate on how big the hail was in the storm. But it was that's about softball-sized hail, and yeah, that's how big the hail was, if not a little bit bigger. And right here, this is a picture with inside one of the towers, inside the storm shelter. The tower storm shelters are not safe at all. If I were to recommend you taking shelter, do not take shelter inside the tower storm shelters. They are not safe at all. They're little glass boxes, and they're on the lowest. They're on the first floor, but they're like a section out of the building, and it will not survive a tornado, like a very strong tornado, because you got glass doors all around the place. Yeah, you can seal those doors up, but it won't do anything against the wind, because once the glass breaks, all that wind will rush in, and it'll open those seals back up, and that's when all the debris will happen. So the tower storm shelters are not safe at all. I recommend just go to the basement of the towers, or find somewhere else, not the tower, but storm shelters. Not safe at all. That was some of the hail that started falling right before I went down to the basement. But I did not go to the basement, you see. I was just too excited. I do not recommend you doing that at all if you are not actually actively chasing this. Well, we were chasing it, but we weren't moving anywhere. We were in position. We were right in position the whole time. We were fine. But I don't recommend, if you're just not a storm chaser or a trained professional. I'm not a trained professional yet, but I'm trained. I've taken after Reed enough to know that I was somewhat safe at the time. Not 100% safe, but I was pretty much safe. But I was grabbing hail, taking hail measurements. But this was an actual piece of a hail. It almost looks like a mandarin orange. If you've eaten a mandarin orange before, you can just see. But this was just a piece of a hail. So that was about a $50 right there. And then this is a picture. I don't know where this is from, but this is a picture from someone. I don't know who. I found it. My mom sent it to me. But that right there is about a baseball. That's a baseball. And yeah, look at that one. That's another baseball right there. Incredibly large hail. You can see the layers and just how hard, how spiky, and just, if this thing hits you in the head, you're dead. There's no saving you.
Here we go.
Yeah, I thought they were golf balls, but no, they were bigger, much bigger than golf balls. This is when it was when right after I made sure everyone would get down to the basement. Tornado was still getting even closer at this point, and this is when I actually felt the inflow winds of the mesocyclone that were pushing around 40-50 miles an hour, and this is when I knew that the tornado was right on top of us, basically. Or so we thought, but it was really a mile south of us at the time. But still, it was close enough to feel the inflow winds to the tornado.
Balls! We got golf balls! Oh, there's a big one!
Right there, this is where I actually saw a monster hailstone. But before I did, I saw the rushing, because the bottom of the parking structure, there's two like tunnels right there. You could just see the wind and the rain actually going out, not because the storm is moving east. So this parking garage right here, it's a big rectangle. You got the north end, south end, and then you got the entrance is on the western end. But the tunnel, I was facing west, but the wind should have been blowing east at the time. but you could just see the wind flowing out. You could see it going back west, and that's when I knew that this is right on top of us. That counterclockwise rotation. That's how I knew that it was right there, because the wind was getting sucked out and going back and around. Yeah, you can see it right there. Let me go back here. You'll be able to see it. Let me playback speed. I'll slow it down a little bit for you guys. And you can see that big hailstone fall. These are just pieces of hail. They were breaking off the top of the parking structure. They're breaking off into smaller chunks. So we weren't actually seeing the full size of the hail, because I wasn't going to run out there. Because once I saw those inflow winds, you'll see it right here. Look at that. They're going back out.
Yeah, there's a tornado right there! Tornado's right there! Get on the ground! Get on the ground! Let's go! Get on the ground!
And this is when I was like, because there were people literally standing right there. There were people standing outside trying to. I was surprised they didn't get hit by any hail. But I was like, these people need to get underground, because I didn't know where the tornado was. No one did until until they found it on the radar, because it was in a radar hole, because the radar is just it's in Norman at max west time, whatever, the OU airport. The radar's right there, so there's a little bit of a hole that extends to OU, and you can't really see anything until it gets out of the radar hole. And when it was south of, just far enough south, we knew it was south of us. And the rotation was just, because the closer you are to the radar, the more well-defined it is. But the rotation was absolutely crazy.
Get under!
Ashton coming to you live.
And yeah, so I was just trying to yell at them to get underground, because they were risking their. I was trying to get them underground. I was trying to make them.
Live from the basement.
Yeah, this is when I was in the basement.
We are under. There is a tornado right.
Yep, there was a tornado right outside.
A few miles. Trying to get a big one.
This is when the tornado was far enough south of us. I was gonna go up and see if I get some bigger hail.
Whoa! Look at that one!
Yeah, that's you can see that's just like a piece of a hailstone.
Look at that hail!
And you can see the bigger ones falling out there.
That's partial. It's a piece of a hailstone. That's not the whole thing.
And then I went out. I was going out, and I was gonna find something.
The tornado's somewhere here.
I actually ran out. I ran out, and that's when I got clunked. I got clunked by a pool ball-sized hailstone in the leg. And you'll see.
Whoa! Whoa!
Yeah, look at that. That's a piece of a pool ball. That is a chunk of a pool ball-sized hailstone right there.
Whoa! That's like pool ball size almost. Woohoo!
Yeah, I got
Winds are
clunked.
gusting 40, 50 miles an hour. Those are inflow winds. Here we are. We're in the winds. The tornado's right there.
Yeah, you can
Tornadoes.
see. It's much darker than it was. Than it is where I was at. This is exactly where the tornado was. It touched down just south of Lloyd Noble for just a few seconds, I believe, and it was
Right there.
EF0.
Tornado warning has passed. Now we're just experiencing some major straight lines.
And at the time, I didn't even know I got hit in the leg, because I had so much adrenaline. And I didn't feel it, but I was bleeding like crazy. And yeah, my phone goes through so much. My phone has been through so much. Yep, right there. Look at that. Got clunked. You can see it hit my leg, and then it actually scraped down. It hit my leg, and then it just like dragged a little bit, and then fell on the ground. I think I actually still have a scar on my leg. Let me see if I can find it. I might have a scar still, wherever it hit. I don't know if it was in my right leg or my left leg that got hit. I'm trying to find that mole. If I could find that mole right there, that freckle, then I could tell you exactly where it is. Is it on my left or was it on my right leg? You know what? Oh yeah, you can see it right there. There it is. Here, I don't know if you can see it, but right here, you can see the scar marks of where it hit me. I had my helmet on, but had it hit my head without my helmet on, I'd be dead. So, thankfully, I had my helmet on. That's why I always take my helmet with me when I'm out storm chasing, because I never know when some big hail could happen, and I don't want to get hit, or flying debris too. I don't want to get hit in the head by that either. So, and then this is when it became 2 squall lines. Believe it or not, it actually it broke off from each other and made 2 very large squall lines. There were still tornadoes popping up inside these. Ooh, excuse me. I am so sorry, guys.
What is up, guys? Ash here, and we are still tracking this very dangerous storm that has really actually intensified again right as it went over Norman.
You can see the National Weather Center down there.
Apparently, there's been a lot of hail damage so far, and I'm guessing further south towards the National Weather Center there was actual tornado damage. The tornado, we actually were in the mesocyclone of the tornado. It passed about a mile to the south of us, but we saw a large.
Yeah, we were inside the mesocyclone. We were 100% inside the mesocyclone, but we were not inside the tornado, which I said. But yeah, the tornado was just south of there, out towards a bunch of wooded areas.
Large wedge tornado on the ground.
Yeah, we did see that large wedge tornado, and then we also saw the other one, the cone tornado. So basically we saw 3 or 4 tornadoes that night with our own eyes, me and my friends.
And actually a few more satellite tornadoes that were trying to form, but those were just some big funnels that formed. So yeah, it might be power flashes to our east, but that's not.
No, shut up, Ashton. That was not a large tornado right there. There was no tornado.
Power flash. Wow. I can't believe I got what I always wanted to see, my first tornado in Oklahoma, and it be a wedge.
Yeah,
and I
it was.
Called it in.
It was. My first tornado I ever saw was a wedge tornado, and I will always remember that.
National Weather Service actually told Channel 9 News, and they put it right on. They put it right where I was looking at.
Yeah, this is what I said. It was Channel 9.
News station.
Actually said it.
And it looked mean directly under it. It actually lifted. They put it on a few minutes after I called it in.
Hold up. Wait, have I not seen that part? Hold up. Go back one right here. Is that a power
minutes
flash?
After I called it in. But it was still a nasty rotating funnel.
Wait, hold up. Go back.
My first tornado in Oklahoma, and it be a
I thought I saw a
wedge.
power flash, and I don't think
called it
I've
in.
seen it. I don't think I even saw that ever. And I've watched this video so many times.
National Weather Service actually told
Watch right here, watch right
Channel 9 News, and they put it right on. They put it right where.
Yep, you saw it. That was a power flash. Yep, 100%. I didn't see that. I didn't see that.
At on the news station, and it looked mean directly under it.
I
actually
didn't
lifted,
see it. I've
they
never
put it
seen
on
that.
a few minutes after I called it in.
I never seen that, and I just.
But
wow! I just
it
found
was
something
still
new, and I posted this video a year ago.
Nasty rotating
Wow.
funnel. Got to let the.
I didn't even have to do the trick that night because there was so much lightning. Yeah, look at that spot.
Wow. I think that was a power flash. Good lightning.
No.
Oh, that's power flash.
That was power flash too.
There's a tornado somewhere in there. Power flash. Ow.
Yeah, you can see the power flash. You'll see it. Yeah, that was power flash.
I think that was a power flash.
That was power flash right
Good
there.
lightning.
And that was
Oh,
too.
that's power flash. There's a power flash.
Yeah, there was another
There's
tornado that
somewhere
dropped.
in there.
There was another tornado that dropped. This was its
There is still a tornado on the ground.
8th tornado that it dropped.
Yep, another power flash. I'm seeing definite power flashes. Oh.
Yeah. But you can still see it. Look at that spider lightning. But it's still so rain wrapped, you can't even see the tornado.
Oh, that might have been another power flash.
That wasn't a power flash. That was lightning. But the other ones were definitely power flashes. But they were just so rain wrapped that you couldn't. Yeah, you really couldn't see them.
Cheers. Oh.
Wow.
Oh, I got that. Over in the park.
Then this is when I started doing some damage surveying. I did some just seeing what happened on campus. I went all around campus, up towards Campus Corner, and everywhere else in between, just to see what type of damage I could find. And so much hail damage, and quite a bit of wind damage too.
Lots of tree damage out here, but nothing too serious quite yet.
Yeah, look at that. Look at those hailstones. Look at that. You can see where the main stone hit right there. That's a big old stone. This is up towards Campus Corner. Yeah, look at that. Look at that. Completely shattered. And this is the next morning.
Park is littered with debris from apparently the tornado that just went south of here.
Yeah, wind actually knocked the light off the post. Yeah, this is the first real sign of hail that I saw in the morning. Yeah, that's not too big. That's pretty small, but it did enough to crack the whole windshield. But that's a relatively small hailstone. You'll see it. It just gets bigger and bigger. The further north in town you went, the bigger the hail was. Look at those dents. Absolute gorilla hail that night. That one, look at that little spiral action right there with that hailstone. That one was a big one. You can see the crater almost in the glass. Look at that. That hailstone had to have been at least a softball. Absolutely monster. That almost looked like a bullet hole, to be honest. Look, you can see this whole windshield is. If one more hailstone and this windshield would have been cracked. And you can see, look, that is part of the roof of the car. That actually it went straight through the roof. There's about a pool ball. That's a golf ball. Another golf ball. And you got something had to have hit there. I think the one that cracked the whole thing was this big softball-sized hailstone up here that had to have hit. And then look at that.
This car. Look at that hole. That is.
Look at that.
Probably, I don't know, egg size.
Yeah, that was about an
right
egg-sized hail.
Oh wow.
Sorry if I was looking in your cars, people. I don't know whose car these were. I was just trying to do damage surveying and try to get some footage.
Oh, and there's a big dent in that. Somebody lost their windshield.
This was fresh. This was not old. They put this on as soon as it happened because their windshield, there was still glass and stuff in there. But they got their whole back windshield taken out.
Last night, and they already taped it up this morning. That is fresh tape. I can really tell already.
Look at this. Look at that hailstone size. That is that's a Honda Accord. I have a 2005. So that is about that big. That's about that big of a hailstone. Literally, almost dropped that. That's a little bit bigger than this. A little bit bigger than that. That's how big the hail was there. And you can just see where this thing got pelted. I'm surprised that it didn't shatter the whole entire windshield back here. But you can just see that it's pummeled by gorilla hail. And yeah, look at the craters inside this roof of the car, and then the sunroof also got taken out. And then I found this minivan over by Kate Center 4, just over by the Kate Centers. And this thing looked like Dom 4. Rest in peace, Dom 4. Hurricane Ian was Dom 4, her last chase. Dom 4 got taken out by the storm surge out in Pine Island out in Florida. It was so sad to see it go. But Reed said he's going to try to get her working again. We'll see. But look at this. Insane amount of damage. Oh, man. Oh, that was just absolutely crazy. Just to see all that. But yeah, that was my greatest storm chase of my life. Second goes to May 2nd of this year, and third would be there's just so many chases that are amazing, and yeah. But thank you guys for reliving this with me. It's so fun to just go back and watch these, even though I watch these very frequently again. But it's fun just to go recap what happened that night. And yeah, so hopefully I'll see you guys out tonight on the chase. We are gonna be hopefully getting some thunderstorms tonight, and maybe see a little bit of lightning. Who knows what we'll see tonight. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Never stop chasing. And until next time, aka probably tonight, take care, my friends.